Alright guys, I'm doing the under the hood kind of walkthrough now. Kind of held back from talking about some things during the interior walkthrough because it was more of an engine walkthrough, but here you go. This is a 2014 WRX STI under the hood engine walkthrough. I'm a little sick, so it might be hard to understand me, but there's really not too much to go through here. It's still your standard 2.5 liter turbocharged engine as the WRX is. I believe the only difference is the bigger intercooler, the red piping, and I think it has a bigger turbo to bring it up to 305 horsepower. Other than that, the engine is completely the same. If you've seen other WRX engines, you know that this intercooler is a lot larger. You obviously got the functioning hood scoop. Goes through to your intercooler, which a lot of cars today don't have. In fact, I think it's one of the only cars with a functioning hood scoop. And then you also have a ram air that goes right into your air filter, so you can get better airflow in there. But it's pretty much the same engine. It's a 305 horsepower instead of the standard 267 that comes with your regular WRX. You know, and besides the interior stuff and the drive controls and stuff like that, again, it's just a platform. The way Subaru does it, it platforms everything on the Impreza and builds from there. Then you have the Impreza WRX, and then you have the Impreza WRX STI. I think next year they're going to go away from that platform, and they're going to, make the WRX its own platform. I've seen in the past few days some renderings and some pictures of what the new 2015 is going to look like. And if you saw the New York Auto Show and you saw their what they brought, the concept, it looks nothing like that. It looks like a Corolla with a hood scoop. It looks horrible in my opinion, and I am now very glad that I went ahead and pulled the trigger on the 2014 and didn't wait to see the 2015, because as it looks right now, it looks horrible to me. But yeah, continuing with the underside, you got your blow-off valve, or your bypass valve is what they call it right there. The only thing I've noticed, any kind of noises, the power steering makes a little noise when you turn it, kind of makes some whining, and I've heard that a lot about these cars, that the wheels are a little too wide for what the power steering can handle. Doesn't bother me, I just noticed it. It's the only thing I can really notice. Other than that, it sounds like a regular Subi when it starts up. It sounds like an electric engine, like having sex with a diesel motor or something. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is when you first start it up. It makes a loud kind of rattling noise, and then it stops. And it happened with my WRX and my regular WRX, and it happens with this too. So it's just, I guess, a characteristic you get used to. Just when they're cold, and then it stops. But it's the only real thing I've noticed as far as the engine goes. It's got the all-wheel asymmetrical drive, which means, puts power to wherever it needs it. Wherever it needs the power the most, that's the asymmetrical all-wheel drive that Subaru does. Other than that, again, standard 2.5 liter, bigger intercooler, I believe a bigger turbo down there. And I guess while I'm doing the engine, we can do an exterior walkthrough, because there's not much to that either. You got the STI badging on the wheels. Got some gunk on it right there. They're a little dirty. You got your STI Brembo brakes, and you have 18-inch Anekis. I'm probably going to go up to 19 inches like the S202 in Japan has. Do some black 19 inches. It's probably one of the first things I'm going to do. Your STI badges on the side. You got the blinkers in the rear of your mirror. It's kind of dirty, like I said. It's been windy out here. You got your humongous rear wing. STI badge right there. Your exhaust. Yeah, I chose to go for the sedan because I'm just not a hatchback fan in general. I also absolutely despise the Altezza lights that they have on the hatchbacks. I think they look freaking horrible. And a lot of people argue that the hatchbacks have better weight distribution because, yeah, it's a ridiculous argument to me. I really don't care. The 0.5, pounds of weight, or a few pounds of weight, if that you gain with the sedan, is well worth it for the look. The only thing I might have done differently is put a smaller wing. I think they could have probably chopped this wing down to here, but it's kind of like an STI characteristic. It's an STI when you see it. It's kind of like that. It's not my favorite thing, and I think most people who own STIs agree it's not their favorite thing, but it's just a characteristic of the car. I don't think it's something you should remove or should take off. I mean, it'd be kind of like getting a Roadrunner or and taking off the wing on that. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a characteristic of the car. You look at it, it's an STI. So, although it's not the most aesthetically pleasing, and everyone who pulls up next to you wants to race you, it's just a characteristic of the car. So, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. That was the under the hood and kind of an exterior walkthrough. Let me know what you guys think, and any feedback is good.